He want that cake.
I am your main man, Mike, and we are going to do a special intro for this Corner Convo because the topic at hand will walk past you in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can have a seat, my dear. Now that we got that out the way, we're gonna do introductions. Okay. Brothers look comfortable over there, okay? All right. Okay, yes, this is the Corner Convo. Yes, we started it different than we started any other before, but it's my show and I can do that. That being said, we're gonna start on my left with the one and only, who are you, sir?
The professor.
Is in the building once again, seltzer water in hand. And next to the professor, she's not only the topic at hand, but she is also
Queen Hadassah.
in the building. You better ask somebody. Next to Queen Hadassah is my brother, a one-time first timer.
Yeah.
And he goes by the name of
Bobby Stone.
Bobby Stone. Music is in the building.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna skip to the right. Who that then made their return to the Corner Convo after being away for too damn long?
Hello.
Saba what?
Jenga.
Saba what?
Chop Jenga. Bad like 2 middle fingers.
That's what I wanted to hear. I needed to hear that in order to feel complete.
Yes.
Who that next to Saba Jenga?
It's me, just a little old BK Diva, and I think Bobby Stone is cute.
Thank you. That's the first time on the Corner Convo. I gotta put that out there. First time cross panel flirting. Okay. Who's that next? Stop. Don't talk no more. No more flirting. Who's that next to BK Diva flirting with Bobby Stone?
Keisha.
Keisha's in the building. Thank you for coming, Keisha. Thank you. Who that behind Keisha?
The G spot.
In the building. Did you find it?
Bullseye every time.
Say no more. Okay.
Hilarious.
Speaking of spots, we're gonna put somebody on the spot. The lovely queen here has worn this dress for the show, and she's actually made a statement that she could not walk around like this outside. I think that's an excellent topic to start with, and that's where we're gonna go. Queen Hadassah, if you don't mind, would you elaborate on why you don't think this is an outfit you could wear outside?
Well, I mean, as much as I love the dress, I mean, that's when I bought it, of course it didn't look like this on the hanger. It's only when I got it home and I looked at the mirror and I was like, oh, I loved it. I think.
Loved as in past tense though.
No, I love it now.
Okay.
I love how I look in this dress. I love it. But I think in the past, just the type of attention that I get. I mean, it's, of course, the cat calling, the woofing, and sometimes it's harassment, and sometimes, yes, I've been fearful. And sometimes it's really difficult to walk down the street because it's almost like I'm treated as if I'm in the red light district. So
You're talking about in Brooklyn?
Anywhere I go.
Okay.
There's just no, I mean, I couldn't walk down 125th Street. And sometimes it's just the looks. I mean, it ranges. And for me, I'm just myself. I'm born this way. I don't think there's anything wrong, but I've been getting this type of attention my whole life. So I've had to cover up. I've gone through the whole gamut. But as a woman, having curves, I've caught it all. So when I wear a dress like this, I know that I can wear it on a date. I could wear it to certain events where this would fit, like an industry event or whatnot. But to go to the store in this, in a summer dress, the type of attention that I would garner I would be angry by the time I got home.
You wouldn't go to like a festival?
With someone. I'd have to be with a guy.
On a date?
On a date, but I'd have to be with guys so they would protect me, because a lot of times, no, seriously, because I've gotten harassed, or some guys would walk up and just the way they would converge upon me, it's frightening sometimes because they think they're entitled to you or they think you're asking for something. They think you're asking
Is it
for it.
asking?
Huh?
Asking.
Asking.
Ass.
Ask.
King.
Asking.
Sorry.
They think, but they really, and just some of the things that they say, the grunting and the sexual noises and just.
Sexual noises?
Oh, absolutely. The grunting, the sexual noises, the gyrations, the.
Okay,
I've had all of
grunting
it.
and sexual noises and gyrations.
Wow.
In the street, yeah.
I can't register that.
It happens.
And maybe because I'm a guy, ladies, y'all.
But it's
Feel
part
free
of,
to
but
check
it
a
is part
brother.
of catcall. Like for instance, you can take any one of these ladies here walking down the street. If you walk down the street in something that looks nice, it's one thing. Here's the thing: they're not saying. Some of them are, but most of them are not saying you look so beautiful today, or you're a lovely lady. They're not saying that. Now. The debate amongst my family and friends have been, okay, well, am I looking like a slut? Do I look beautiful? Should I be treated like a lady because I'm dressed like this? This is my body. And, I've gone through a lot of,
So this is something very serious.
It's serious, it's sensitive, but I'm not ashamed of my body, but it's just, I have to.
But I feel like there's a restriction that you put on yourself in order to maintain some form of comfort.
Comfort,
and I'm
safety.
bothered by that. I think that you should be able to wear whatever you want and feel comfortable. I'm still disturbed by the gyrations and.
But yes.
So okay, so ladies, let me get to the other side, and then fellas, we gonna chime in. We gonna grunt in. So, have you guys experienced the same thing that Queen Adassa's experienced with the grunting?
Like,
Oh, is that a grunt?
it is a grunt. Ain't no word.
Okay. Gyrations?
That's extreme, but
There's
The
no
gestures.
The
It's
gestures?
more like a pelvic thrust gesture.
I'm sorry. Come here, girl. Come here.
So how would you guys feel if you went for a whole month without getting like a cat call or?
I'm good with that.
You good with
with
that?
that.
Yeah, I am good with that.
I'm
I
good
think
with that.
Yeah.
Because it's not
2 months.
a cat.
I'm good with that.
See, a cat call.
90 days?
I'm good.
No, I'm good forever because
I'm
a
good
cat
with
call is more or less about you being a piece of meat and what they want to do to you sexually and how they want to use you and this. But it's if someone was saying it's like this. Wow, you look really beautiful. Looking good. That's different because they're admiring you for being a beautiful woman.
respectful
Yeah,
way.
and it's respectful. But when they're saying,
Damn, baby, I only did it now.
or even no, listen.
Okay,
I've even been on dates where, of course, the guy only wants one thing, and I remember very specifically.
What's his name? Call him out.
No,
Call him
I
out.
never do that.
I would.
I've been on a few, but matter of fact, even recently, I remember very specifically. Why do guys think we can't see them adjusting their stuff? I know you're hard, and what he's doing is that he's constantly, trying to look at my butt, and doing all this and looking at my butt, and I'm just like, every time
Hold
I
on,
look,
time out.
Who is doing this?
But
Sound
what-
like he just came home.
Wait a minute, this is what I'm saying. I could tell he was sitting and he's moving around, he's adjusting, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm gonna pretend like I don't see it because for some reason he doesn't think I can see it, but I can see it. But you can tell when guys are looking at your chest, they're looking at your butt, and you can just tell because they're not really paying attention to you. They're not asking you any questions. They're not having an intelligent conversation with you, and it's hard. It's very.
It is.
It's hard.
It's difficult.
Can I make an observation?
Yes.
What it sounds like to me that the ladies are kind of expressing is there's a difference between a compliment and a catcall.
Right.
And sometimes we as men,
Can't differentiate.
We don't understand that there's a difference between, we think
It's all
catcalling you in the
compliments.
street, we think you should take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
But you gotta think
Thank
about
you.
where a man's brain is. We're
And
physical
Yes.
and we're visual.
Yes.
And so because if you did the same thing to a man, we would take that as a compliment. Like you walk up to a man, we're like, ooh.
If I walk past you and you go, I'm good.
Right.
I got my butt grabbed in the club. I like that. As long as a chick do it, I'm cool.
You
with it.
sure it was a girl though? You sure it was a
I walk
girl?
past a bunch of chicks.
Okay.
And so we
I
one of
walk
my
right back.
friends, he was in a grocery store once. This is in Baltimore, and a woman walked up to him and said, "You walk like your dick heavy."
You said Baltimore, though. So
Yeah, but he was cool with that.
Yes, I'd be
You
cool
know,
with that
and
too.
he was cool with that.
In the supermarket?
In the grocery, it was
I'd have been like, girl, let's go to the scales. Let's head over to the scales
Oh my God.
and weigh these nuts.
Oh my
Talking in the comments.
Okay, I have to ask this question in
Yes.
reference
Yes.
to the date that you just mentioned.
Right.
And the reality is that when we see women, all women,
Right.
the truth is they could be as curvy as you, less curvy as you.
Right.
We looking at your butt. We looking at your chest.
I know.
I'm looking at your shoulders. I'm looking at your forearms. I'm looking.
We're looking for what we like.
And what I don't like. At the same
As
time.
in an Adam's apple, make sure she don't got one.
Heavy. Okay, checking on that. Social security numbers and all. Good job.
Don't go to Thailand.
Oh God, I won't.
No, you.
But I just,
Thailand?
I have a hard time grasping that, probably because I'm not that kind of dude. Like, I'm gonna look at your ass. That's a given. But I'm gonna talk to you.
And he gonna say it though.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, listen, that's gonna be part of the early conversations. Like, you look nice.
But see that now, you know what? Okay, now
Cause she already knows she got a
And the truth is, and that's my thing.
And ain't no
And after I do that in a joking man, I'm doing that so you know, like,
But
I rode the bus today. I ran Longtown, Brooklyn today, and I rode the bus.
yeah.
And I sat next to this girl. She was really kind of cute, you know what I mean? But I had a lot in my mind, so I didn't talk to her. Usually I would,
Yes.
Then she got to her stop, and she got up and she walked right in front of me. And her butt was flat. And I was so happy that I didn't talk to her. I was like, yeah, for real. I was
you would have wasted your time.
I would have wasted my time. I was like, yo, it's a good thing I ain't waste my time talking to this girl.
You gotta inspect things before you
But here's my thing, there's more, I mean, but actually, there's the flip side to that. I mean, there's also the flip side to that. I mean,
What's the flip side?
well, some men will wait and say something after they pass me.
Yeah.
That's the only time they speak. Like, there have been times when guys have seen me from behind, and then when they come in front, oh, okay, you're not that pretty. And they keep going. They do that a lot. If I have my, like, for instance, if I have my hat on.
Dudes have done that?
daily.
That's crazy.
Or, I mean, but I guess what I'm saying is we're more than just our body parts. So, like, what you just did is like, yes, I get men who do that. In other words, if you say, I look nice, it depends on, I guess, the tone. It's the way I'm talking to you. If you're
The body
admiring,
language that you get.
it's the body language. And yes, if you jokingly do that, but some guys actually do it as if you are just a piece of meat, lift your dressed up right now. I mean, and they're serious. And they do it in the guise of what you're saying, that they're saying, like one guy said, of course I'm looking at your butt. You should be happy. I'm like, why? You didn't say I was beautiful. You didn't say anything about my face. You don't have to talk to me, but am I even a lady to you or anything like that? That's totally different than
He want that cake, 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 cake.